Like sands through the hourglass, so are the days of our lives? Hello and welcome back to another episode of So Are the Days of Our Lives? I'm your host, Olivia Willis. It's been a while. I have been moving, which has taken up my entire life and has become my entire personality. And so I'm now moving beyond that. Ooh. We're moving forward and we are beginning the podcast again. I hope all four of you who were desperately waiting for me to come back with new episodes are thrilled because I'm happy to be back. Today, I'm taking full advantage of the fact that I now live in the same city again with the one and only Meredith Louise Casey. Meredith, welcome. My number one fan of the podcast.
I am the one who listens to it on repeat.
I couldn't be more grateful for you.
Olivia texted me being like, are you listening to it on repeat? It has like 42 listens just from your region.
It was like, it says I have 9 active listeners, but this episode has 150 plays. It's crazy. Yeah, that's Meredith. I appreciate you.
Well, then it became an issue in our relationship because
Yes.
I would be like, I've talked to Olivia today.
Yeah.
And I had just been listening to the podcast.
Meanwhile, I'm texting her being like, what's going on with your life?
I'm like, why is she texting me? We are in an active conversation.
Crickets. Yeah, classic. Meredith, thanks so much for coming back to the podcast. We're gonna try to make this a relatively short episode because while a lot happened that I felt like it was valuable to cover this episode on the podcast, it is kind of repetitive. Everyone's like processing the same information for an entire episode of television.
Full episode.
So I feel like we can really zip past some stuff. I mean, we've gone over, Meredith, you're an old pro at this. This is your 3rd episode of the podcast.
Oh my God, I'm a veteran.
You are. So we've gone over all the intro questions, but I guess, it had been some time coming back to another episode of Days of Our Lives. How did it feel? A lot had changed, even just in the weeks since the last time you had watched.
It's a homecoming. Really.
It's incredible.
It's a reunion.
It's powerful.
With self first and Salem second.
I found myself in Salem.
And there I was. Wherever you go, there you are.
Put it on a pillow.
Yeah. It is still amazing to me now that I've watched a few that I still am meeting people I've never before seen.
There's literally still so many people I've never talked about on the podcast before, and it's just, it is what it is.
My first note is, who the fuck are these people?
Yeah, a lot of that. Well, should we dive right in?
I can't wait.
Let's do it. Okay, today we are talking about Days of Our Lives Season 59, Episode 31, which aired on October 9th, 2023. Yes, I'm now almost a full year behind currently airing episodes of Days of Our Lives. But listen, I have a complex and I can't just skip and pick up with the current episodes. I have to have watched every single episode leading up to the current episodes. And that's for me to work out with myself and a professional.
BetterHelp.
And insert ad for BetterHelp here.
Oh, my girl loves a mission.
I do.
My girl loves a mission.
I do. So this episode begins at the Brady pub where Dr. Kayla Johnson joins Bonnie Lockhart, a woman Meredith has never seen before. Did you not know that was her name?
No, they never said it.
Blondie with kind of a southern accent.
Yes.
Her name is Bonnie Lockhart. She is like a reformed villain, sort of, and she has married into the Kiriakis family. That's really all you need to know. She's a middle-aged semi-southern belle.
Reformed villain in hot pink.
Yes, and then her thing was like, it was one of those things where it was like, these two characters, quote unquote, look exactly alike, but she was playing both of the characters. And one of them was like a hero beloved character and she died. And Bonnie was like the villain who had like taken over Adrian, I think was her name. Taken over her identity and tried to do a bunch of mischief. And so Justin had been married to Adrian. I think her name was Adrian.
Okay.
And then Adrian died. And then years later, Bonnie comes back and Justin and Bonnie fell in love. And everyone was like, it's weird that you are now married to your dead wife's look-alike.
Doppelganger.
There you go. So that's Bonnie's thing.
Okay. She just seems like a kindly...
She's just like a gossipy lady in this episode. Yeah. So we're at the Brady pub. Kayla sits with Bonnie. Bonnie's gleefully reading something on her phone. She's like, it's a warrant for Vivian Alamain's arrest. And I'm like, not how warrants are published. I don't think you can just read them over breakfast.
Also, like, from my multiple, actually our shared watching of Law and Order, warrants are served in person.
Yeah. You can't just see them online.
And they are, like, genuinely only served, like, the person.
To the person, yeah. They wouldn't be released for public review.
Yes, Ice-T taught me that.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Come on. But whatever. We're gonna move past that little judicial flop. But in case you forgot, we covered this a lot in the, like, last episodes that I did with Grant. Vivian Alamain is a big villain. She came into town to snatch Maggie Kiriakis' claim to Victor Kiriakis, the late Greek magnate.
Yeah.
The late Greek magnate's estate. But luckily, there was a secret will that Victor made right before he died, and Maggie was rightfully left the house and everything. Bonnie is relieved because this also means she and her husband, Justin, that earnest lawyer guy who's been in a couple of episodes, can move back into the Kiriakis mansion. And everybody's like, oh, that's great. Everything's good in Kiriakis world. But we know it's not because there's been a bomb dropped. Not literally.
You can't say that in today's culture.
You're right. I'm so sorry. So right on cue, Justin arrives at said Kiriakis mansion to ask Maggie if he and Bonnie might be able to be, quote, welcomed back into the family fold. And I'm like, what a way to word, can I move back into the house? But you know what? Whatever.
Salem speak.
Exactly. It's very Salem.
Definitely.
Salem speak. Maggie's happy that they'll be moving back because she needs the company. She'll be spending a lot more time at home than she anticipated. And Justin's confused, then turns to find Maggie's little CEO nameplate on the mantle.
There are so many things.
There's a lot of, like, subtle storytelling things that they really beat us over the head with on this. So Victor's company was Titan.
Right.
And when Victor was alive, he made Maggie CEO of Titan.
Got that much.
Which not for I'm sorry.
Not for nothing, never for nothing.
I shouldn't disrespect this woman, but she's like an 80-year-old woman who I don't think has a background in business.
No MBA for her.
No, definitely not. And that doesn't mean that she's worthless in society.
Well,
just maybe this isn't the role for her.
Yeah. We all have our plates.
We all have our missions in life.
Especially in Salem.
Yes. Yeah. But Maggie thought she was going to go back to being CEO of Titan, so she was going to be working. But then Maggie's like, you know what? Call it karma. Just like I kicked Vivian out of the family home, Alex did the same to me at Titan. Whoa. Insert your favorite karma song here.
Karma is my boyfriend.
There you go. I wasn't sure if we were going Jojo Siwa.
Karma is a god.
Or if we were going Chapel Roan.
Oh, those would have been better options.
I don't think so. I think Taylor Swift is my favorite karma song.
Well, I would hope it's not Jojo Siwa.
Yeah, you're right.
But actually, if it was, I would genuinely not know who you were.
You would be a mystery to me.
May I interject about why on earth the nameplate is in Comic Sans?
It is.
The font is
crazy.
Ridiculous.
It is crazy.
I've never seen a less professional looking.
Yeah, it is like Comic Sans Maggie Kiriakis CEO.
Yes.
And I'm like, okay. And then we're going to go into the next scene where we're doing even more nameplate work. So there's a close-up on a desk in Titan in the same Comic Sans font that says Alex Kiriakis CEO. And this is another woman who's about to storm in who you would never have seen before.
No clue who Floral Dress was.
Stephanie Johnson, yes, comes storming in a floral dress. She works in PR.
Ooh, love the ambiguity.
She is the daughter of Steve and Kayla Johnson. So
Okay.
Eye Patch
Oh.
and the blonde doctor woman who's at the pub with Bonnie right now. Those are her parents.
I will say that when I do make one of those connections. It is the best feeling in the world.
It's
I'm
fun.
like, oh my God, I know him.
It's oh my God, Steve? Oh, well then I love her if she's Steve's
great.
daughter.
I loved her hair.
She has beautiful hair. She is so beautiful.
Yeah,
and
it's
like
crazy.
the character is generally pretty vanilla, except for the fact that she calls her dad Papa.
Nope.
That's a big ol' nope.
And yeah, I
No.
personally can't get behind it.
No, I don't recognize that in my house.
Yeah. So that's a bummer about her.
That is a bummer.
She is currently dating Chad Demera, who we also really haven't talked about on the podcast, but is later in this episode. They've been kind of MIA recently, but he is a widower.
Nice.
His wife died.
I mean, that's not nice.
Love it.
I thought it was nice the way you said that word.
He really landed the plane.
So, and Stephanie is like his first relationship post his wife dying, and that's clearly leading to tension that we will get to.
Love the tension.
So yes, never forget, nameplate on the desk, Alex Kiriakis. We're at the offices of Titan. Stephanie Johnson storms in, and she's like, Vivian, I don't want anything to do with this new era of Titan, and I quit. And I'm like, okay, the nameplate on the desk clearly says Alex Kiriakis, CEO. Like, read the nameplate before you come barging in.
She was a woman on a mission.
And then who should dramatically turn in his swivel chair?
Lord.
But Alex. And I immediately called BS because it's not a big chair that blocks the
No.
his head was sticking, and in the scene she's staring right at him. It's not like she's like looking away. She's staring right at the chair.
Yes.
And Vivian Alamein is a little old woman and he is clearly a grown adult man. And she's like, Vivian, I don't want to hear it. And then he turns around and she's like, and it's like, okay.
Also, he's on his phone.
Yes.
Turned around, and he is literally on Tinder. I looked and I was like, no fucking way.
I didn't notice it. I just got caught up
Or it's
on his like
Snapchat
moody.
or something. It's like a social media app. This man was taking his 10-minute social media break.
Incredible. Literally, he didn't realize they were filming.
Yeah, it was crazy. I was like, be better at this.
But yeah, so he just dramatically turns around and looks over his shoulder at her. And that's the end of the scene. Okay, now we go to Chad's apartment. Chad
Right.
Demera. Maybe he has been on the podcast before. He's like he looks like he would be in a stage production of Grease.
Wow, that's an astute observation.
Yes.
I have not seen him,
Oh, okay.
but
He's in the Demera sphere.
Demarasphere.
Yes.
I saw him and I was like, I actually
Can place you, but I don't think I've ever seen him before.
Totally, that's
like
fair.
he made
sense in context.
Yeah, for sure. So Chad is at home. Kate Roberts comes in. She's been around. She's been
Shout
around the
out
last couple of
Roberts.
episodes. Oh yeah, shout out Roberts
out.
clan. Maybe you're related to her
Oh,
character.
yeah, I want to be.
That's how it works. So Kate comes in with a bouquet of flowers, and she's actually re-gifting them back to Chad. He originally sent her the flowers to congratulate her on the birth of her grandchild, Victoria, but now Kate has to return them because Victoria isn't her granddaughter after all. And I'm like, what is this flower etiquette?
That's the rule. Did
This
you
is
not
how
know
it
that?
works? No, I didn't. If you find out that the grandchild you were expecting is not actually your biological grandchild, you have to return the flowers.
Not only flowers, all gifts.
All gifts.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's a
God.
paternity-based contract you're entering.
Oh God, yeah, that's so true.
Also, it's so strange. I do feel like this show finds stranger and stranger reasons for people
To be in the same room.
Yes, just like what? Why are we having to justify it so hard? Just have people run into each other in a public place. It doesn't. Yeah.
Well, they never do. I'm sure they do this, but I have not seen it. They never do scenes outside.
The only time they'll be outside really is like when they run into each other at the square. But
Right.
even when they do that, they'll be like, Oh, were you coming from Sweet Bits where you were getting their famous orange muffin topped sex biscuits? And it's just like, you don't have to justify why people are outside. It's okay.
And it's so much of like, we must do this scene like in someone's house.
In someone's apartment.
That
yes.
it's just like, we must find a reason
I
for
know.
them to
I know.
come here.
Yeah.
But
It's a bummer.
they get more bananas the more I watch the show. And like this particular one, I was like, first off, those flowers are doing great. Tell me your secrets. I'm out here trying to keep things alive too.
Incredible.
Second, returning of flowers is a bananas reason to be in the same room with somebody.
Yeah. You could just be like, I needed to talk to you about this thing that's happening in my life that's very dramatic.
Right. And then there's also this other level of like, they have cell phones, but everyone talks in person.
Correct.
Like nobody does.
They just dropped by.
Yeah. Yep.
It's very weird when they text.
Yes. It's very, it also feels like you like are coming out of a vortex. You're like, nope, that can't be for you.
Exactly. Okay, now we're going to cut to one of the best one-sided phone calls I've ever seen in my entire life. Speaking of how weird it is when people don't talk to each other in person on this show. Marlena is in her office, and I think this is the only time we see her this episode.
Yes.
It's so bizarre.
Yep, she's gone in an instant.
Yeah. So she's alone in her office. She is not only delivering a fully committed one-sided phone conversation, but she's also like giving a ton of exposition for another character in the process. Brilliant.
She is doing heavy lifting for you.
She really is.
No Marlena slander in this home.
No, except Grant Sorensen does not
Grant?
fuck with Marlena. Listen, she was not on her best behavior
It's
that
on
other
site,
episode.
Grant. You're in Boston. We're 3 hours from you, buddy.
I'm hopping on the train.
We love you, Grant. So
We
sorry.
love you, Grant. So Marlena's on the phone with, I would assume, one of her children. She's like, hi, honey. Sorry I had to go. Kate was in such a state. You know, she was very upset because Philip left Salem with Chloe. Philip, who had faked his own death. Chloe with the eyes. Remember?
Chloe with the eyes.
Chloe with the piercing blue eyes.
Oh, yes. I'm with you.
Yes.
I'm with you.
So yeah, she's like, Philip left Salem with Chloe. And then she listens and she goes, well, yes, I tried to talk her down. And I'm just like, what an incredible one-sided phone call. She's like, I tried to talk her down, but I'm not sure how effective I was. And I'm like, listen, you're doing your best, girl.
Marlena, give yourself a break.
Give yourself a break.
You can't save Salem.
You do so much.
Yes.
Then she has a perfect transition where she says, say, speaking of offspring, any word from Brady since he left for California?
I wrote that down.
Like, say, speaking of offspring, any word from Brady since he left for California? This is news to the show. It wasn't like Brady got a call in a previous episode, I have to go to California.
Oh.
This is us finding out that Brady was in California, I think.
Oh, wow.
So now we're going into one of my favorite moments of television, period. We're at an airport at a gate for Global Airlines.
Global Airlines?
Brady comes off a plane, annoyed. He goes, Theresa, would you hurry up? And Theresa comes backing out of the gate with her blonde hair and a cheetah print borderline bandage dress, which I know you hate.
Why are you wearing it on a plane?
She comes backing out of the gate. She's struggling with her bags. And then she turns to reveal it is the woman who has been playing Gwen Rizchek this entire time, now playing Theresa Donovan.
Oh.
Did you just put together that it was Gwen?
So so many things in here. I was like, is this woman wearing a wig? Like something isn't working. I feel like I know her.
No, it is Gwen. It is British Gwen.
Who is now American.
Who is now
Theresa.
doing her best American dialect.
Oh,
because
wow.
she is
She's a
actually
British
very
woman.
British. And she is giving a valiant effort.
She is hitting the R's.
Yes. Yeah. And she's in a platinum blonde wig. And so basically, the episode right before this, I think I'm going to post this video on the So Are the Days podcast Instagram. At the end of the last episode, Gwen was like emotionally leaving Salem to try to put her life back together after the whole Leo Dimitri affair.
Right.
And then she's like giving a monologue at this airport gate. And she's like, well, Salem, this won't be the last you see of me. And then she smiles knowingly, and she like goes through the door to
like to the jet bridge?
Yeah, to board, yeah. And then like it keeps the shot on the door. And then Brady walks out and basically starts this scene and is like, Theresa, come on. And then she backs out, and then it's her in the blonde wig as Theresa Donovan. It's fucking brilliant.
Oh my God. Cheers to that.
It's incredible TV work.
That writer's room, amazing job, everyone.
We are finding solutions to problems.
Yes,
the
we
problems being
are.
Who's going to play Theresa Donovan.
Honestly, like Emmys.
Emmys
all around.
Emmys for all of them. Then there's text on screen that reads, the role of Theresa Donovan will now be played by Emily O'Brien, which I'm also obsessed with.
It is playing for camp.
It is perfect.
For laughs. It's gorge.
It's perfect. Okay, so yes, Theresa, former Gwen, now Theresa, tosses her blonde wig and in her best American accent goes, cool your jets. I'm coming. Jeez.
Cool your jets.
And then she smacks him so hard with her little clutch. And then Brady's like, how could anyone need this much luggage just for 2 days? And she goes, I'm not just anyone. I'm Theresa Donovan. Just in case anyone didn't get, just in case we have low vision or hard of sight viewers of the show who didn't catch the on-screen text, we're repeating. She is Theresa Donovan. And that's when we go into like sands through the hourglass. So are the days of our lives. And we're back. Wow. Hi, Meredith. So I just did like a little pause in the episode, but weeks have passed. Since we recorded the beginning of this episode. I hate to confess, I have aged in the process. I am now a year older. We've both been sick. We've both traveled for weddings.
Yes.
I mean, we've seen so much life in the last couple of weeks.
Yeah, honestly, I'm a different person now.
Yeah, and so bear with us if it feels a little bit like we're just starting out again in these next couple of minutes of the podcast. We reached such a definitive end point when we were recording last time that I was like, oh, we'll pick it up in a couple days. No one will notice that but literally so much time has passed. We're different.
We can't lie to the listeners.
And that's one rule I have about running my podcast empire is I will not lie to the listeners.
We cannot lie to you guys.
No, I cannot tell a lie. So, yeah, I wanted to open this with a little full disclosure.
A confession
of sorts. Before we dive back into the episode, here we go. So back at the pub, Bonnie is catching Kayla up on the situation with Victor's will. Bonnie goes, thank the Lord, thank the lawyers, thank Judge Judy that Maggie got everything. And I'm just like, okay, if that's your trifecta, go with it. I love it.
Holy Trinity.
Yes. But then Bonnie's whimsical energy does take a dark turn when she cryptically describes that the blessing came at a price. It cost Justin his son. I'm like, oh, incredible.
I hate when whimsical energy takes a dark turn.
Honestly,
I hate when that happens.
And often it does. Often it does.
The most whimsical amongst us are often the darkest.
So yeah, we have a real dichotomy here. We have excitement about Maggie getting what she deserved in Victor's will, but then also the tragedy of Justin's son is not his son. Justin's son is indeed Victor's son.
It's antithesis, honestly.
That's called antithesis. Yes. Thank you, Steve Cardamone.
Yes.
Shout out.
Also, large in all caps note I have in my handy dandy notebook is no one is the right person's son.
Absolutely not. No, everyone is just where they are not supposed to be. Okay, speaking of this son who is not the right son, back at Titan, Stephanie is furrowing her brow to show that she has not gotten too much Botox. She's like, Alex, because remember, so sorry, it's been literally 3 weeks since we recorded the first part of this podcast. Remember, he like dramatically turned around in his swivel chair.
Yes, and was on Tinder.
Yes, and so this is the first thing she's saying to him. She's like, huh? Alex, what are you doing here? And I'm like, hello, can't you see my nameplate? Alex literally goes, according to the nameplate, this is my office. And I'm like, oh, it's good to know that this episode is sponsored by the powerful nameplate lobby.
In Comic Sans, I have to keep reminding us the least professional font.
I will post screenshots of the nameplates, or else the big nameplate will come for us.
Helvetica, nowhere to be found.
So he's like, according to the nameplate, this is my office. And he explains that he's the new CEO of Titan. And then he's like, Victor did have a will. He left half the estate to Maggie and half to me because Victor Kiriakis was my father. Dun dun. And we're going to do a lot of him like not knowing what to call the men in his life.
It's truly like this very overused device.
Yes.
That this man muscles through so badly.
Yeah. Oh, we're going to get to more of it. Okay, so meanwhile at home, Maggie and Justin are really getting into the minutia of the intent behind Victor's will. Mm-hmm. So Maggie assumed that since Victor had made her CEO of Titan when he was alive, he would have wanted her to stay on. But apparently Alex argued that because he left Alex controlling shares of the company, Victor would have wanted Alex to be CEO. And Justin's just like, but if that was his intent, he would have put it in writing. And I'm like, oh my God, everyone, we have bigger fish to fry. No? Like, don't we? I don't know.
What other fish are there for frying in Salem?
Know. Like,
find your son.
Find your son.
Find your son, yeah.
Hey, talk to your goddamn son. Why don't you?
Hey, guys in
listen
Salem.
To me.
Listen up. Be good men.
Stick
around.
Stick around. Don't leave him just because he's not biologically
your son.
This adult man.
You've been hoodwinked. Who cares?
Oh, apparently Alex threatened Maggie with a board vote, and that was what really pushed Justin over the edge. She was like, he was going to take it to the board, and he thought that the board was going to side with him, and he's like, he threatened you with a board vote?
Frickin' board.
That is the cruelest thing you could do to a family member, is threaten them with a board vote. So yeah, then Justin's just at a loss. He's like, I can't believe Alex would do this. And I can't believe Victor would do this to you, to me, to all of us.
Can I tell you, I wrote down, this man is giving my grad school audition monologue.
He is an incredible actor. I'm obsessed with him. I am obsessed with him. Back to the airport, where we're still at the Global Airlines gate. We have not moved past the gate. We find that Theresa, formerly Gwen, well, the actress formerly known as Gwen, now Theresa, is battling thirst brought on by salty pretzels.
Oh my God.
And then apparently this thirst can only be quenched by coffee. She's like, I need water. I need No, she doesn't say water. She goes, I need coffee. I'm so thirsty. I need coffee. And she's like fanning herself and like slapping her and like, why would you get caught? It's so bizarre.
So strange. And also, you could have gotten water on the plane, my dear.
This is what I'm saying. So we then also find out that Theresa and Brady are waiting for their son, Tate, to get off the plane. Here he comes, this teenage future Broadway cast replacement in The Outsiders. Am I right or am I right?
Freaking 2-bit out here.
Do you want to know what is even more accurate about my prediction?
What?
I found out when I Googled him. Current student in the musical theater program at Michigan.
Jesus Christ.
So Tate comes out. He's got swoopy hair. He's got like a rumpled collared shirt and like blazer. And he's talking about how he was just talking to that nice flight attendant who kept bringing us those snacks. And I'm like,
all the salty pretzels.
Okay, narcissist. That's this woman's job.
Yeah,
like
she's not doing it for you.
She's not flirting with you. And then Brady's like, oh, yeah, Tate, I bet you got her number.
It was fucking weird.
It was so weird.
weird.
And we're talking about your high school-aged child and an adult flight attendant just doing her job, delivering. This is a long flight. I mean, LA to Illinois.
That's at least 3.
That's at least
it's not 4
snack rounds, you know.
Oh my gosh.
Depends on where they're sitting too. And I bet these bitches are in Comfort Plus at minimum.
At minimum.
What do you think is the Comfort Plus equivalent in Global Airlines?
Ooh, cozy editions.
Put it in writing. Okay. So then there's one more thing I wanted to talk about here with Tate. So this actor who plays Tate, so we've never seen Tate before as an audience because, well, the last time he was seen, he was literally a little boy, and that was like only a few years ago.
Right.
And so he is a victim of what people in the soap opera world call soap opera rapid aging syndrome. This is a condition that afflicts thousands of children across the soap opera universe.
Oh, no.
It is called SORUS for short.
Wait, this is a real thing.
This is a real thing that people talk, because they like, characters like have kids and they can like carry around a little bundle and like look into a crib and pretend there's a kid there. Yeah. And then eventually it's like enough time passes that like they want to cast a toddler. And so now there's a toddler running around, but they don't want to deal with like actual teenagers or anything.
Right.
And they also don't want to wait 18 years for like the children of these characters to grow up. And so they rapid age them, and people have called it soap opera rapid aging syndrome.
And it only affects people under the age of 18?
Yes, and it takes them just right up into high school.
Honestly.
So you blink, like Chad Demera has like, how old are they? You know, I'm so bad at guessing kids' ages.
Yes.
They're probably like 4 and 6.
Okay.
His kids. I would bet you any amount of money that in 2 years, they're going to be 18 and
because
on the show and smoking weed.
Not weed.
Yes.
Not the devil's lettuce.
That's what those kids are going to be up to.
And we're going to have a whole episode about it.
It's going to be
town
insane.
Meeting in the clown square.
So that's what's been going on with Tate. Back at the pub, Bonnie has told Kayla for the first time that Victor's will named Alex as his secret bastard child. And of course, Kayla's stunned. Everyone in this episode is just reeling from this news. Like literally the amount of times in this episode, people are like, I can't believe Victor was the father of Alex this entire time. It's like, we get it. Okay. Then Bonnie confusingly goes, I get that the truth will set you free, but I really wish Victor would have taken this secret to his grave. My thing with this comment is he famously did take it to his grave. He did. He told no one and left the information in his will. Yeah. He didn't even really put the information in his will. He just attached an adjacent document giving the information.
Adjacent document sounds like a improv team.
That's going to be my improv team. So I just had to add that in there of like, I don't know what the narrative is that we're going with.
Yeah, I'm color me confused.
Yeah. So meanwhile, Maggie's trying to like pep Justin up. He got very upset about the board vote. She's trying to tell him that, you know, Victor must have known Justin would have been a better father to Alex than he would have been. But Justin's really moody and he's like, it would have been a whole lot easier if this had come out 30 years ago. So I'm like, Justin and Bonnie not aligned. Bonnie wanted this never to come out.
Right.
Justin wanted the truth from the beginning.
Got it.
Maggie's just like trying to assure to Justin that Alex is his son no matter what. Now we're going to go on a little exposition with Kate and Chad. Reminder about the Rex Sarah Xander debacle. I don't know if you recall.
Give me a...
Sarah Horton,
Yes.
Maggie's daughter,
Yep.
was pregnant with Xander's baby.
Oh.
They had been married, but then they got divorced.
And she gave birth to a full 18-year-old?
That's not how SORUS works, Meredith.
They are first a bundle of blankets, and then they are 18.
Then they are an adult. And then they are a 21-year-old musical theater student playing 16. So Sarah didn't want Xander to know he was the father of the baby because they were getting divorced. So Rex, who's Kate's son, agreed to pretend to be the father and marry Sarah. But now Xander knows he's the father, so it's all gone to shit. This is why Kate had to return the flowers.
Got it. Okay.
Kate is determined to save Rex from the evil clutches of Sarah. Oof. Like Rex has like always been in love with her. They were married previously, but I think he cheated on her. And so now he's like, I gotta win her back. So I'm going to pretend to be the father of this child so she'll love me again. The logic is not all there.
The logic in Salem is
special.
Yeah.
So Kate's like, I have to figure out how to break up Rex and Sarah, but Chad doesn't want her to get involved. He's like, based on my previous experience. So it turns out Stephanie's parents, his girlfriend Stephanie, her parents, Steve Eye Patch and Dr. Kayla Johnson, are putting pressure on Chad to propose. Well, they're not really putting pressure on Chad. They're putting pressure on Stephanie to be like, aren't you guys going to get engaged soon? Like, don't you want to get engaged? Blah, 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 blah. And Chad had overheard Stephanie say, well, of course I want to marry him.
Right.
And now Chad is spiraling because nothing makes a man spiral
than commitment.
More than finding out a woman wants to commit.
Marry him. I have to say this. Stephanie is beautiful.
She's one of the most beautiful people I've ever seen.
I can't stop looking at her.
Yeah, she's stunning. Okay, so speaking of Stephanie, back at Titan, Stephanie and Alex, they're going to take us on like a little family tree tour. Again, just in case someone is just waking up from like a truly 3-month coma. And she's like, so if Victor was your father, that means Justin is your cousin? And then Alex is like, yeah, and Sonny's not really my brother. And then we have to like justify family ties. Just because you're not blood related to someone doesn't mean you're not family. And Alex catches himself again. He's like, I've been thinking a lot about my interactions with my father. Dad? This is kicking his ass.
He can't not do it.
And then the music gets so loud and so dramatic.
Yes, it really does.
And Stephanie is trying to do like a glass half full thing. She's like, hey, this whole situation has its perks. The job, the money, the power, things you've always wanted. And then he's like, but not like this. And then she asks if he'll be moving back into the mansion because it's like now rightfully his home. But he's a little on the fence, and he's like, I feel like it'd be awkward if Justin moves back in. Just like, we know who you mean. When you say my dad, no one thinks you mean Victor.
No.
Everyone thinks you mean the man who's been your dad for 30 years.
It looks like painful on his face.
Yeah, like he's truly like, my dad! Justin! So Stephanie tries to convince him that Justin is still his dad, but he wants to change the subject. He's just like, hey, do you still want to quit? You know, you came in here to quit. Are you still going to quit? And she's happy to stay. She wants him to know that he doesn't have to act tough around her if he's having a hard time with all this. And he musters tears in his eyes to show that he is feeling human emotion.
Truly musters.
Like
muscles
pushes
them out.
He is like... It's very good. The dynamic between the two of them is that they were like hooking up.
Oh, okay. I figured it was something.
Yes. They were hooking up, and then he was feeling jealous about, what was it? It was like something else was like taking up a bunch of her time, and I can't remember what it was. But then her mom, Kayla, died.
Okay.
And like
maybe that was taking up her time.
Maybe she was sick.
Yeah, maybe.
No, she had been poisoned by an orchid.
Like the flower?
Yes. And I unfortunately can't get into further detail. So Kayla was dying, and like her phone was blowing up. Oh, it was Chad. He like felt like Chad was into her and was like trying to get involved with her.
Oh, okay.
Chad was just calling to be like, Stephanie, get down to the hospital. Kayla's dying right now. And Alex really wanted to bone that night. And so he turned her phone off. So she didn't get the call that her mom was dying. And then after they had sex, realizes her phone is off, turns it on, realizes she has all these missed calls, runs to the hospital and is like devastated. She missed it. Luckily, it was like a fake death. Like Kayla was fine. She came back to life. It's totally fine. Listen, I know you want more and I can't give it to you right now. It's too much.
It's too much.
But they did think Kayla was dead. Okay. And so she was like, Alex admitted that he turned off her phone.
Okay.
And he was so apologetic. And she was just like, you're the reason I missed my mother's death.
My mom's not dead, but you are dead to me.
No, she thought her mom was dead.
But she isn't.
But she wasn't. But she was She was never technically dead.
Okay, she was not declared.
But she was declared dead.
So she was dead.
She, in many ways, was dead, and in an important, crucial way, was not.
Okay, got it. I'm with you.
I think what happened, I didn't even mean to get into this in this episode.
Tell me again how you can't give me any more.
So what happened was they got poisoned by this orchid, and then Orpheus and this woman whose name is escaping me, but maybe it'll come to me
As you talk about it.
She's a Demera. She's Demetrius's mother.
Demetria.
No. Damn, I'm not going to remember. And I could look it up, but I won't. And she like swapped out their bodies and was keeping them in cryogenic chambers. But like truly, like everyone thought they were dead. They were declared dead. They had funerals. They were in heaven, but it was a hallucination.
Oh, right. You told me about this.
Yes.
Okay.
So, long story short,
All of that to
Stephanie
say.
and Alex broke up. And
now he's her boss.
well, then she ended up getting with Chad.
Right.
But Alex was trying to win her back.
Uh-huh.
And they had this whole thing where they had to teach him about boundaries. And now he is respecting those boundaries.
It's like an after-school special.
Genuinely.
Yeah.
And then now they're actually friends, and like
Got
there's
it.
nothing weird between them, and
Okay.
they work together. She does PR for Titan.
Got
and
it.
everything's gonna be okay.
Okay, great.
Wow, that was a tangent.
Yeah, I did need that
Okay.
context, though, because those actors do bring it into the room with them.
It does inform them.
It lives with them and in them and around them.
Yes. Okay. Back at the airport. Theresa is still like playing Parched and fanning herself. I do not understand this character choice.
Nope.
And it is not relevant to the action of the scene.
It is a very weird addition.
She's like decided as Theresa, her thing is being parched.
But also, like, I don't understand. Like, she is thirsty and hot.
Correct. So she's fanning herself and like still.
So
much saliva
Yeah.
sounds.
Okay.
Yeah.
So meanwhile, Brady's finally come to his senses that his son is 16 and shouldn't be flirting with an adult flight attendant, but is definitely being more judgy toward the flight attendant for flirting with a child. And that is a narrative I reject. Like,
It is a crazy...
I do not believe
yeah.
this flight attendant was flirting with this child.
No,
Justice for this flight attendant.
Justice for Global Airlines flight attendants.
Everywhere.
Everywhere.
The shit they have to put up with from these people.
From Cozy Additions.
Oh my God, the worst. And Tate's like, God, nothing happened. Besides, when I tried to give her my contact info, she shut me down. And I'm like, what year is it? Who says contact
Here's
info?
my fax number, baby.
Literally, he's like, I tried to pass her a Rolodex card and she wouldn't take it from me. Anyway, Brady wants Tate to focus on more important things than flirting because he's back in Salem to think about his future. Tate's been going to boarding school in
Oh,
California.
I know. There's a really good line in the scene.
Oh, I'm getting to it.
I can't wait.
Tate reveals he was booted out of boarding school for bogus reasons.
Yes. I wrote that down.
Alliteration king.
That's MT for you.
And that's on
Michigan.
training. He said, oh, I took my Shakespeare course.
IPA. A schwa, maybe.
So yeah, Tate has been booted out of boarding school for bogus reasons.
Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba.
And it turns out Tate pulled the fire alarm during exams, and the sprinklers cost $50,000 in water damage.
Insane amount.
Like, that's... Sound off in the comments if that's an appropriate amount to charge a student for that kind of prank.
No, that is crazy.
What sort of like priceless oil paintings did they have in the
Yes.
halls of this school?
But also, like, I mean, I've seen a sprinkler go off once or twice in my lifetime. They're not, like, powerful things.
Yep. Yeah.
They're very mild.
Yeah. I mean, you never know.
Or maybe
you never know.
our sprinklers were defective. I don't know.
Potentially. Maybe this is just the safest school in all of the land.
We believe in fire safety here on the pod.
We do. Thank you to all our first responders and firefighters. Why did it take me so long to get firefighters out?
I have my hand over my heart right now.
Tate's got to pay. They've got to pay back $50,000 in water damage. And Brady's like, you're paying for this, Tate. You're getting a job.
Ooh.
And Tate experiences abject horror.
Yes, that's the best way to put it.
Yes. Alrighty. Now at the pub, as Kayla and Bonnie are still processing the Victor Alex news, Bonnie goes on to drag her stepson kind of lightly. She's like, Oh, and this is the moment where I noticed she is wearing very girly pop barrettes. Did you notice her barrettes?
I saw that.
I have a note that said old ladies love color and hummingbirds. Because she's wearing hummingbirds.
I didn't notice the hummingbirds. The barrettes were so distracting to me.
It is a lot.
It's a choice.
Yeah.
So Bonnie's worrying that Alex was already a cad before, and now the power associated with being the Kiriakis heir, it'll go to his head. Plus, some woman's gonna try to get her hooks into him. Ooh. And right on cue, Theresa wanders in with Brady and Tate. And I'm like, wow, they really, in that commercial break, they whipped from the Global Airlines gate to the pub. I wonder what the door-to-door time is.
Go to a Hudson News, my friend.
Please.
Get yourself some water.
Teresa and Brady and Tate walk into the pub. Tate is looking around like he just landed on the moon.
It is truly so strange.
Whoa, what is this?
These
peasants eat here.
Look at all this dark wood. And so 70s.
I can't figure out if it's like the actor trying to be like, act like you've never seen this place before.
Yeah, that was probably the note.
But it turned out like you are an alien.
Yes, you guys are like in
human clothing.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you are a lizard in people's skin. So Theresa is still fanning herself with her giant empty clutch bag.
I know.
It is clearly empty. It is flat as a pancake.
And it is flapping around.
Flapping in the breeze.
Your keys or something to be making a noise,
Absolutely.
my friend.
So Tate's like, Aunt Kayla. And I was like, oh my God, how am I going to figure out how these people are related? But thankfully, we get a little helpful exposition from Kayla and Bonnie. Theresa is Kayla's niece. I assume Teresa's mom is Kayla's sister.
Okay.
So he's using aunt liberally in this moment.
So it's like a
great aunt, maybe.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Brady shares that Tate's back in Salem because he got kicked out of school, and apparently that's a step too far for Tate. He's like, what, do you just want to put it on your social media? And I'm like, again, what 72-year-old man do we have writing for Tate Brady? Or what's his last name? Brady Black. Tate Black, probably.
Yeah.
Because that's Brady's last name.
Right. And he's not Teresa Donovan's son.
He is Teresa Donovan's son.
So he's their actual son.
He is their son together. He is their only child together.
Okay, perfect.
Yes. So
you never know in Salem.
I know, it's true. You can never be too sure.
whose child.
So Kayla introduces Bonnie, and Bonnie does absolutely the most relatable thing in this moment where she's like, oh, Tate, yes, I'm married to your dad's cousins. Oh, it's not important. I think we're related. And I'm like, thank God.
That's crazy.
We need more people to be doing this.
Do we think that she forgot halfway through?
No, I think they were doing a funny commentary on how convoluted it is.
They do play the show for
This is what
laughs.
I'm saying. They are self-aware. So Brady asks if Roman's in because he wants to see if Roman will hire Tate to wash dishes. And I'm like, wash dishes? I am obsessed with the idea of this kid paying off $50,000 on dishwasher wages.
No, hun. It's $9 an hour.
And then at best. Teresa is worried about her poor boy starting at a new school and having this demanding dishwashing job. But Brady is set on it. And Bonnie gets a text and she's like, I gotta go. But then Brady's like, gotta ask her a very clunky question. He goes, oh, Bonnie, but my father's briefcase that the ISA recovered, what was in it? I'm like, nobody told him? It's all we've been talking about for days.
Can we also just do a quick, what does ISA stand for again? International Spy Agency.
I genuinely think it's International Spy Agency.
That's crazy. You shouldn't be called a spy agency.
Hang on. Days of Our Lives, ISA. I'm so sorry. ISA stands for International Security Alliance.
Of course it does.
That's the first I'm hearing of it.
International Spy Association.
I literally just heard ISA so many times that I was like, International Spy Agency. Got it.
International Security
Alliance.
Okay.
Yes.
Got it. Thank you.
Who are they in alliance with?
Each other. Internations.
International.
That's the thing about the ISA. People always assume it's International Security Alliance, but it is Intranational Security Alliance. Oh my God. Okay. So Bonnie repeats the news that we have been talking about for at this point, weeks.
So long.
That
I'm done and I haven't seen the other episode.
it's true. So finally, Brady hears the news that Maggie has received half of Victor's estate and Alex has received half of Victor's estate as his secret long-lost child.
Got it.
Wake up, everybody. Get it through your thick skulls.
Thick skulls.
Meanwhile, Justin is still feeling uncertain that things will be okay between him and Alex, and Maggie decides to bring in the big guns, an old family story.
Good.
So she asks if he knows the story of Mickey and their son, Mike.
So I did think she was talking about Mickey Mouse.
Absolutely not. Mickey Horton was a original character in Days of Our Lives, was in the first episode of Days of Our Lives.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
Okay.
Maggie and Mickey fell in love. They were married for many years.
That is so close to
Mickey and Minnie.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what they were going for. They were trying to beat out ABC. Okay, so Mickey Horton, not Mickey Mouse.
Thank you.
And their son, Mike. And Justin's like, I have heard that story, but Maggie is going to tell it anyway. So, Mickey's first wife, Laura, had an affair with Mickey's brother, Bill, and got pregnant. But Mickey wasn't able to have children. So when Laura was pregnant, everyone knew it was Bill's, except Mickey. Long series of question marks inserted here.
Yep.
Mickey raised Mike as his son. Biology didn't matter, just like Justin and Alex. And I think this story is about Mickey deciding Mike would be his son no matter what, but she is leaving out a lot of crazy details.
Yeah, I don't know how I'm being uplifted at the moment.
Yeah, so here's a twist. Also, Bill, the brother, raped Laura.
Full capital R?
It's on the Days of Our Lives wiki.
Oh my God.
This says, Mickey later tested to see if he was unable to have children, but the results were forgotten about when he discovered that Laura was pregnant. However, the father of his unborn child was not Mickey. Little did he know that his brother, Bill Horton, had raped Laura in a drunken rage. When Tom, who was Mickey's father, saw the results of Mickey's test, he confronted Laura, who lied and said that she had given in and slept with Bill. They agreed to keep it quiet to protect the family. In November 1968, Michael William Horton was born, and Mickey still had no clue. Okay, so yeah. So that is a big point that Maggie left out.
That's what I was about to say. That's a lot to leave out.
So basically what she's saying is Mickey genuinely didn't know that it was not possible for him to be the father of this child. Yeah, I don't even know if this tangent is necessary. It's just basically
it's not a complete
it's
story.
Not a straight line from but she could have just said Mickey had a son that wasn't biologically his and it was fine.
Right.
Oh, Maggie also refers to the relationship between Mickey and Mike as a beautiful love story, which I cannot get behind.
Mickey and Mike?
Mickey and Mike, father and son, but not biologically. I'm not interested in that.
No, honey.
Anyway.
Maybe Mickey and Minnie. That's a love story for the ages.
Called Closing the Loop. So, regardless, Maggie expresses to Justin that she really wants him and Bonnie to move back in because the family needs to be united. Mm-hmm. Incredible. Mm-hmm. Meanwhile, Alex is alone in his office where he is CEO. And the phone rings. And all we hear is him go, Alex Kiriakis. Sure, I'll answer some questions. And I'm like, is this a reporter calling him?
I said, who the hell is on the phone? That was my note from this.
Twist, it is a reporter calling him. He goes, yes, I'm the new CEO of Titan. Yes, it turns out Victor Kiriakis was my father. How do I feel about it? No comment. The drama. All right. Meanwhile, Chad is still working through like the Stephanie marriage stuff with Kate. Kate points out that Chad and Stephanie are living together with his 2 young kids. They've clearly taken a huge step in their relationship. But Chad reminds her that his wife, Abby, has only been dead for 16 months and he's still processing. She was brutally murdered in their home, stabbed to death.
By who?
By, did we know this at this point? Yeah. Clyde, who...
Oh, who was
Possessed by the devil?
No, just
a real bad,
just greedy.
Really bad guy.
I think it was a like a robbery turned bad, but yeah, murdered to death. Yeah, Kate assures Chad that he can take all the time he needs, of course, to like grieve his wife who got murdered 16 months ago. Then Stephanie comes home and she smiles so brightly, like a pageant queen. It is stunning, brilliant smile. And she's like, oh, am I interrupting something? And I'm like, of course you are, bitch.
Yeah, everyone is interrupting something all
Everyone
the
is
time
always
in
in a
Salem.
state of interruption.
Yes.
Kate does not cover well. She's like, oh, no, never. Did you see these flowers? Beautiful flowers. Chad got them for you.
I wrote that down too. I was like, what is happening?
It is painful.
You know, it's the same thing as that other episode we did where they're trying to distract them from going into that hotel room. And he's like, look at the art in the hallway. And you're just like, anything but that.
Yes. So yeah, Kate panic leaves and Chad's like, yeah, the flowers were for Kate, but now they're yours. And then he kisses her very earnestly and he says he missed her like crazy. And I'm like, how long have they been apart?
Yeah.
She's been gone for approximately 20 minutes.
I missed you so much.
And then he's like, did you talk to Vivian? And she goes, not exactly.
Ooh.
Cliffhanger. Don't you love... How would it feel if I just left you on a bunch of like internal cliffhangers in one conversation?
That involve like our friendship lore.
Yes. Okay, so at the pub, now Brady's reeling from the news. Like everyone in town, it's the hot thing to do. Tate's immediately worried that like Victor having a secret son affects him somehow.
Yeah.
Like in terms of getting an inheritance. And then Bonnie has like a really long, clunky exit. Like she's like, "Oh, I gotta go. I'll get an updated family tree." Okay, and then she gives Kayla a really long hug, and then she gets another text, and then she kind of runs out.
Yes.
And Theresa,
It was giving Boeing.
It was all of a sudden we were in noises
It
off.
was giving farce.
But it's just you don't see someone run on Days of Our Lives very often.
It was jarring.
She was sprinting out the pub. And meanwhile, Theresa is still fanning herself.
Yep, she's in a restaurant which has water and she's still not taking action.
She needs coffee. That's the thing. She doesn't need water. She needs coffee.
They're in the place where they're the easiest place with access to coffee.
That's very true. Very true.
He's just not taking initiative.
Kayla tells Brady that the news of the secret paternity came from a letter from Angelica Devereaux that was in the briefcase. That was the same briefcase that Victor's will was in. And Theresa perks up and she goes, "A letter? What letter?" And then the view rises up above her as if to create a little thought bubble.
It is crazy.
And we get a flashback.
We get sepia tones, baby.
I'm also obsessed with this flashback because it means they did have to refilm this scene with Emily O'Brien as Theresa. Like, this did happen in a previous episode, but there was a different woman playing Theresa at the time. Yes. Yes.
Okay.
So I am obsessed with that detail.
They were like, run it back.
So hopefully she fits in the dress. She's in the same costume, everything.
That's crazy.
Yes. So Theresa's in Greece at the hotel, and she pushes aside her room service and decides to break into this briefcase that her father just delivered to her with a butter knife.
With a butter knife.
But again, I'm like, your dad brought you this briefcase with the express purpose of giving it to Brady and Alex for them to open it. So wouldn't he have told you how to open it? Or like there's a key with it or something?
I was wondering about that. I was like, he didn't just hand you a briefcase
and tell you not to open it.
Yeah.
Like he knows you're going to open it.
Yeah.
Anyway, she breaks into it with a butter knife.
So easy, too. This woman should be on Ocean's, 14. It was so easy for her to break into that.
When we do a sequel of The Lady Ocean's 11, she needs to be in it. So she gets the briefcase open and she pulls out a stack of letters.
Yes.
Then we fade back into the present, and Theresa has the widest eyes I've ever seen.
Bug eyes.
Like she's panicking.
Yes.
And then she's weirdly like, oh, I thought there would be like bonds or something in that briefcase. It's so weird that there were like letters. And then Tate is like, maybe Maggie will pay off my $50,000 now that she got Victor's money. And Brady is not budging.
Nope.
And then Teresa's just like, I gotta go. Okay, I'm just gonna bye.
What? Where? She's leaving her son and husband for no reason.
They're not together. Aggressively divorced, I should say.
Aggressively divorced, yes. Okay, got it.
But you can tell she is a terrible mother. Because she's just like, I assume Tate's going to stay with you, Brady, while I like figure out my living situation. Oh, okay, bye. And then she leaves.
I mean, her son caused $50,000 worth of damage.
Where do you think he gets it from?
Come on.
The apple doesn't fall too far from the tree if I've learned anything from Charlie XCX.
And it is
rotten
right to the core.
The apple, the apple. Okay.
This is a Charlie XCX podcast.
This is a Charlie XCX podcast. So are the days of our brat. Alrighty, now we come back from a commercial break and Brady and Tate have sat down to lunch and Tate's like, well, at least I get free food since I'm going to be working here and I'm related to the owner, right? And Brady says no, which surprised me at first, but then I guess does make sense because if Roman didn't charge every member of his family who ate there, literally the entire town would eat for free. Oh, yeah. And he would like absolutely never imagine turning a profit. So I respect the fact that he has drawn this line.
Everyone's freaking related.
No comps.
They look at each other and go, I'm married to your, I think we're related.
You know what? I'll get you an updated family tree. So Tate is just truly being petulant and Brady throws down his napkin to express frustration. Yes. But then he ends up kind of getting sentimental. He's like, I know this isn't the best of circumstances, but I'm so happy you're here. Plus, Rachel is so excited to see her big bro. And then he's like, you know what? Let's go visit her. I can drive you there now. And I'm like, what are you talking about? And Tate's like getting really somber. And he's like, oh yeah, how's Rachel been doing? And Brady admits he doesn't know because he doesn't get to see her very often since Kristen got custody. And Tate realizes that him visiting Rachel would be the only way Brady can get word of how she is. Can get word of how Rachel is. But then he gets up to leave and he's just like, I'm in Salem for the first time in forever. What, I can't just leave and go for a walk? Like, the scene really deteriorates in a weird way. It's like Brady being mad that Tate doesn't want to work.
Right.
Then Brady being like, let's go visit Rachel.
Right.
Then Tate being like, I feel so bad about Rachel. What, I can't just go for a walk by myself?
No, they literally all push the eject button on the scene.
It's so crazy.
It is they all are, like, do you know that meme that's like, every time Blake Lively says she's gotta go in Gossip Girl? It, like, gave me those vibes of, like, yes, I gotta go.
And then Brady's like, well, what about talking to Roman? Which, again, I'm like, weren't you just about to leave? You were literally like, let's go see Rachel.
Right. Oh, my God. I didn't even put that into it.
But then he's like, wait, we have to stay and talk to Roman. And Tate's just like, text him. Just text him. I gotta go. Bye. And then he literally, like, stiff arm walks out of the restaurant.
Weird. He looks like a mummy.
Yeah. I'm like, are you... I don't know what he's playing.
Text him on your cellular device.
Text him from his contact info that you
have
keep.
His fax.
Tate's not into new tech.
No, Tate's not quite with it.
So now Bonnie arrives back at the Kiriakis mansion with all of her and Justin's luggage because apparently, like, the text that she got at the pub was that Justin was telling her, like, pack your bags, we're moving back into the mansion.
Oh, okay.
But that was not explicitly stated.
No.
So she's hopeful that Alex will still move back in, but Justin shares that that's probably not going to happen since he ousted Maggie from Titan.
Gosh.
And Bonnie says that she knew he might get a little big for his britches, but not this fast. And then Justin goes, very ominously, let's hope he gets over himself soon before anyone gets hurt. And I'm like, who's getting hurt?
Who's getting hurt?
Dun, dun, dun.
Booted out of boarding school for being too big for his britches.
Booted out of boarding school for a bogus reason of being too big for his britches.
Bringing that to rehearsal
Title
next time.
Alrighty. So now, back at the office, Alex is having some coffee and staring at his nameplate.
They are obsessed with these nameplates.
The nameplate, our universe is ruled by nameplates.
It is disturbing.
When who should walk into the office but Theresa Donovan, you big slut. Now, my favorite line of the episode comes where Alex asks Theresa how Tate's doing, and Theresa responds, he's okay. He's with his dad. You know, the guy who humiliated me in Greece, and if not for you, who welcomed me with open arms, would have made my trip a total disaster.
There are so many twists and turns in that sentence.
He's with his dad. You know, the guy who humiliated me in Greece.
I need it's like he's with his dad, comma, you know.
Arrow going under the guy who humiliated me in Greece. And if not for you, we're looping back up around.
Thank you.
Who welcomed me with open arms. Another parentheses would have made my trip a total disaster.
Got it.
Once again, it's Shakespearean. Okay, so yeah, she is clearly trying to like put the moves on Alex.
Got it.
The sexy underscoring kicks in. And I'm just like, we get it, you boned. Because they had sex in Greece. So what happened, what the context of all in which we live and came before us of that sentence.
Thank you, Coconut Tree.
Was that while they were in Greece.
Kamala 2024.
This is a Kamala Walls podcast. While they were in Greece, Theresa was trying to get Brady back. Theresa was trying to win Brady back.
Oh, okay.
But Brady was rejecting her over and over again.
So she was humiliated.
Got
it.
And then Alex stood up for her.
Oh, okay.
And was like, Brady, you shouldn't treat her like that. Like, you shouldn't talk about her like that.
Heard.
And then they had sex, obviously.
Of course. If anyone ever protects your honor,
you are legally obligated to have sex with them.
As a woman, card-carrying woman.
Absolutely. That's the only thing that's in her little clutch is her woman card. Okay, so now she's like, I heard the news from your great uncle's will. I had no idea that bombshell was in that briefcase my dad gave me. And now Theresa's really putting on the moves. She goes, are you eating? Yuck. Are you sleeping?
Yuck.
Are you having fun?
Disgusting.
Girl.
No to everything.
Have some respect. You're a mother.
My God.
And then she's like, I'm free for dinner tonight, and I'm told I give really good fun.
I forgot about that part.
And once again,
I don't give good fun.
Once again, she has a child in town.
She brought her child and left her child.
She should be having dinner with her child.
Go have fun with your child.
What do you mean? I'm free for dinner tonight.
Fun.
Oh my God, disgusting.
I give good fun.
That is sick.
Horrible.
That is sick and twisted.
Horrible.
Anyway, Alex quirks his brow to show he is conflicted, but considering. Okay, just so that we can have one more person reel from the victor, and this episode should be called The Reel.
The fucking briefcase. The Reel.
So we are, Chad Demera is now processing the news. So Alex is actually Victor's son?
How many times must we go over it?
So Stephanie fills him in and shares that she's staying at Titan because Vivian is no longer working at Titan. Mm-hmm. And then she pivots to apologize for the weirdness the other night. She's like very clearly trying to be a cool girl. Ooh. She's like, my mom was putting pressure on me to explain how serious we are. And I was just saying I could someday see myself wanting to marry you. Not like now.
Whoa.
And Chad's like, phew, we don't need to rush. Things are good as they are. And he pulls her into a hug, and her face immediately falls to show that she is lying her ass off.
Not her ass.
And this will be a point of contention for literal months to come.
Wow.
And on that conflicted hug, we end our episode.
These are the days.
Those were the days of our lives. That was one day of our life.
in their lives.
Meredith.
Yes.
How was this episode for you?
So this one was new. This was like a new compilation of people. There was our handy dandy good sets.
Yes.
This was the first episode I have not seen the Salem in.
It's true.
I have usually watched episodes where are firmly planted in
a majority of the action is at the end.
Exactly. We had no gays this episode.
That's true. It was an aggressively straight episode.
Aggressively hetero. And but all in all, very good episode.
I think the gays are in hiding.
Yeah.
Dimitri got shot
by Gwen?
No, so the episode I did with Grant, Dimitri got shot.
Right.
But they realized, like, they investigated and they realized that, like, Dimitri was threatening to kill Stefan and Gabby to begin with. And it was, like, technically self-defense when they shot him. So then there's a manhunt for the gays.
Both of them.
Well, they're a dynamic duo.
Yeah, of course. They're deeply, deeply in love with his magic penis.
It's true.
Each other's magic penis.
Well, no, I think Dimitri is the only magician.
It's just the one? Okay.
Yeah.
So I would say I miss the gays.
Absolutely.
I do think this was fun. We had a lot of women of a certain age.
Which is one of my favorite things about this show.
On this show who were killing it.
Yes. God love
Absolutely
them.
killing it. And then on the other end of the spectrum, we had Mr. Michigan. Tate McRae, and and I'm excited to see where he goes.
Absolutely.
I think his journey could be long and winding,
as they often are.
And I bet you the next episode he's washing a dish.
He's got a soap stained apron.
Every dish is $1. As soon as he gets 50,000 dishes, he'll have paid off the school.
He's scot-free. So incredible. What do we think for contenders for title of ebb? I feel like there's got to be something with the nameplates. There's got to be something with the alliteration. Booted out of boarding school for bogus reasons.
Bogus reasons for being too big for his britches.
Yeah, wow, we've done it. That's another episode of So Are the Days of Our Lives on the books. I'm so excited to be back in the podcast game.
Here, everyone.
She's back, baby. She's in the city. Smash that like button. No. Leave me a little rating and a review in Apple Podcasts and Spotify. Yes. I have had 5 I've had 5 ratings of my podcast since the podcast started, since like the first episode. And I just want more. I want a sixth review.
Sixth?
I've been sitting.
It's a lot to ask for.
I mean, I'd take more.
We need that dopamine hit,
I just
everybody.
want one more.
Not one more. I want to get to that solid, even number.
Give me one more 5-star review and I'll just feel like a queen.
A queen. Maybe we can even get to 7. A prime number.
Don't get me started about double digits. And also follow me on Instagram at So Are the Days Podcast. I will definitely post the video of Gwen leaving Salem, Theresa entering.
Yep. It's one of the best transitions I've ever seen.
It's incredible. I will definitely be posting pictures of the nameplates and other funny moments from this episode. And with that, I guess I'll just say, stay classy, Salem.